Right now in Connecticut's news station, the search continues for 2 boaters in Old Saybrook, and now we're learning more about the victims.
Also ahead for you this morning, a helping hand for people who lost everything in the summer flooding in the Connecticut Valley. One family telling us the support means everything.
It could happen to any one of us. We don't know if our safety is guaranteed at school anymore.
4 people killed in a shooting at a Georgia high school. Police say the accused shooter was on their radar for a year before the killings.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
How do you like our new music?
Bit of a dance party going on.
Getting used to it here. Good morning. Thanks so much for starting off your day here with us at Fox 61, Fox 61 Plus America Areas.
Yeah, I'm Keith McGilvery. Perhaps you're invited to our Hawaiian luau a little bit later on today. I don't know if it will be feeling that way or not. Meteorologist Matt Scott waking up with a little new pep in our step.
And me without my poi. Who knew? Good morning to you. Nice to have you along. Nice day again. We have really had nothing to worry about in the weather department. Why mess with that, right? Things are looking pretty good. Fine weather streak continues. Seasonal highs and almost seasonal lows. We've been building up those lows bit by bit. Not quite there yet still, but still feeling good. I don't hear anybody complaining. Weekend's got some rain. We'll talk about that coming up. Satellite radar picture looking A-OK still. Wind flow starting to turn a little bit, a little more, starting to get a little northeast, easterly. 54 degrees in Hartford is not bad. 56 in New Haven. Couple towns in the 40s, few less than where we've seen them, meaning there have been a few more towns in the 40s. And it made sense in my head. 47 in Torrington, 48 in Putnam. This has not changed. The dew point is still in the lower 50s and still feeling good out there. Here's the school bus forecast. 54 degrees now as the high schoolers get on the bus this hour. 79 later on as the kids get off later on today. Looking pretty good. Talk about that weekend. We'll time out the rain for you coming up in just a little bit. 6:02. Good morning to you, Rachel Piscatelli.
Hey, good morning, Matt Scott. How are you?
I'm good. You?
I'm great.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
Now that we have that covered. It's 6:02 right now. And we have road work that is wrapping up this morning. It was out there earlier, but again, clearing as we speak. So also want to let folks know of a crash that is closing a portion of Route 63 northbound. This is in Bethany. It is blocked between Route 42, Cheshire Road, and Tollgate Road because of a one-vehicle crash involving a pole as well. This happening overnight, so of course we'll keep you posted. Other than that, as I mentioned, road work is wrapping up at this hour. So a portion of 691 westbound, that entry ramp was closed from the Wilbur Cross Parkway. That has reopened, so no issues there. Through the Mixmaster this morning, that looks pretty good, although volume is up there. Clinton now 95, both directions look good. Earlier road work has cleared. New Haven to New York is 87 minutes. Westbound 84. Waterbury to New York is now just over an hour drive. Back to you.
Rachel, thanks. Well, search teams will once again be out in the water looking for the bodies of 2 people missing after their boat crashed on Labor Day.
They are 2 of 9 people who were on that boat. People in Old Saybrook saying this has been hard on them because everyone is connected to the group. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin has been live in Old Saybrook throughout the duration of this search. She joins us live this morning. Brooke.
Well, that search is set to begin as per usual at 8 o'clock this morning. They had to call it off for the night just due to it not being so safe for them to be out over those evening darker hours. But they'll be back out here with state-of-the-art equipment at 8 o'clock this morning. Unfortunately, just continuing this painful, really anxiety-inducing streak of days for these families. It's been a really emotional week for them as they have to wait day after day to get that closure that they need and find those 2 missing boaters. Now, police say that group of 9 boaters were coming back from Block Island on Labor Day when they crashed into the break wall leading from the Sound into the Connecticut River. 2 men are still missing. 6 people were hurt and 1 man was found dead inside that boat. He has been identified as 34-year-old Christopher Hallahan from Westbrook. Officers tell us there's no known cause of the crash quite yet, but they're looking into a number of factors. This is a spot that locals tell us has been a big problem for years. Actually, a year ago this week, another boat crashed into that wall, injuring 4 people. There was at least 1 similar crash earlier last summer as well, where 2 people were hurt. The break wall is marked with a light on the end of it, but avid boaters in this area say there just needs to be more of a warning signal put there to make sure people can actually see it at night. But as the search continues, there's a heavy presence throughout the town as many people were friends with those boaters.
My daughter Lindsay is very upset. They had adjacent lockers through school. I mean, like I said, it's a small town. Everyone's, connected somehow.
And for the past few days, I've been speaking with a lot of different people. And unfortunately, just like that man right there said, this is just a regular occurrence as far as, everybody knows them. Somebody went to school with one of them. Somebody works with them. Somebody maybe parks their boat across from the marina where that boat used to be parked. It's the same story over and over again, just devastating for this community. And of course, we're hoping today that closure can happen. Live in Old Saybrook, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much for the update. Of course, we'll continue to check back. Well, meantime, at 6:05, in just about 3 hours from now, crews in Hamden are going to start working on emergency repairs for a sinkhole. Hamden's mayor says it was found at the intersection of Gorham, Pine Rock Avenues, and Brook Street. That's right near Helen Street School. So if you're driving in the area, keep that in mind. The work is supposed to take all day to complete.
This morning, the first day of school for kids and teachers in Oxford. As we've been telling you, officials pushed back the start of classes due to the damage caused by last month's flood. The district was waiting for road repairs so buses can get everyone where they need to go safely. We're continuing this morning to give people who live in the Naugatuck Valley a helping hand. Today, the American Red Cross will host its second Resource Center event. At 2 o'clock this afternoon at the YMCA in Naugatuck, people from various agencies and nonprofits on hand in Southbury yesterday to help connect flood victims with resources.
We also have invited our partners here, so we've got Salvation Army, we've got locals, the senior centers, and we're trying to offer things out to the residents here who are affected, not just in Southbury, but this whole region that is affected by the flood.
Families we spoke with say the flood changed their lives and encourage anyone who needs help to please ask for it.
I would definitely say come out to one of these things, like if you're really affected by it, or even if you're not affected by it, just to come out and support.
The Red Cross hosting a second event today, as we pointed out, at the YMCA in Naugatuck from 2 till 7 o'clock. There are still ways you can help those impacted by the floods. Scanning the QR code on your screen, it will take you to the Fox 61 flood relief page. We kick things off with a $5,000 donation, but every dollar helps, folks. So if you have any means or interest in either volunteering or donating to the Seymour Oxford Food Bank, you can find information right there.
A 14-year-old high school student is charged with murder this morning. He's accused of killing 2 of his classmates and 2 teachers at Appalachia High School in Winder, Georgia. That's about 45 miles east of Atlanta. Now, at least 9 people were taken to the hospital. Officers arrested the suspect within minutes after the shooting.
There's no evidence to report that any additional shooter was involved in this incident. Investigators are actively pursuing, however, any leads of any potential associates of the shooter that was involved in this incident.
The FBI says the suspected shooter was investigated last year after he was accused of posting threats online to commit school violence. Authorities say they didn't have enough evidence then to arrest him. Georgia's governor spoke about the shooting's impact on everyone.
This hits home for us. Being from Athens, just down the road, Marty and I having a daughter that taught first grade just a few years ago. I represented Bear County when I was in the state senate 20 years ago. These are our neighbors, these are our friends, and this community is hurting today.
And we now know the names of the people killed in the shooting. Richard Appenswall and Christina Arimi were teachers at the school. Mason Sherman Horn and Christian Angulo also died. People across the wider community are coming together for a vigil to remember the victims. Students shared what they're feeling and what they saw happen just hours earlier.
We have a group chat. Everybody was saying, y'all okay, y'all okay?
When they first announced it on the intercom, my teacher immediately said, everyone get in the corner.
I can't believe it, cause literally yesterday I saw them and I can't believe them, they just died like that.
It could have been me, and I'm just thankful that I'm here, and I'm sorry for all the families that did lose their babies.
Schools across Barrow County, Georgia are going to be closed for the rest of the week as that community mourns.
People and organizations here in Connecticut also speaking up after the shooting. Sandy Hook Promise shared this statement. It reads, "No one should ever have to endure this horror and this unbelievable pain. No student should ever have to barricade the doors to their classroom ever. And no parent should ever have to feel this kind of terror as they rush to their children. We must come together to end this nightmare." The group also says gun violence is preventable. Secretary of Education Dr. Miguel Cardona, who is from Meriden, saying on X, quote, "I am devastated to hear of the shooting at Appalachia High School. I grieve for the victims, their parents, and the community. Back to school season should be a time that students, teachers, and schools look forward to. Instead, it's been plagued by gun violence. It has to stop."
Tonight, state leaders and families are going to honor the lives lost during the September 11th terrorist attacks. Now, this year's ceremony is going to start at 5:30 in the evening at Sherwood Island State Park in Westport. It's going to feature a reading of the names of the 161 victims with ties to Connecticut. Every year, the ceremony is held before September 11th to accommodate the family members and friends of the victims who may attend the ceremony at the World Trade Center in New York City.